Long-time player.
This young man had 18 rebounds this year in a game against Kentucky. Shows you his versatility. Great shooter, good ball handler.
7-point Butler lead is down to 2.
Well, as long as the ball's in Jackson's hands and you're a Butler fan, you feel comfortable. When it gets in the hands of a couple other guys, it makes you nervous. They spread it out a little. This is appropriate in North Carolina. A little 4-point.
Too strong, but out to Hangey. They'll reset.
They're going 4 corners here, and how many times on this very floor in this town did you see Dean Smith work a little 4 corners? Not necessarily on this floor, but in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
1:40 to go. Butler by 2. Jackson penetrates again. Robish gets a cleaner handle of it this time. Sets up Hangey. Cornette. Jumper. Spins in.
Soft touch of a very. There's a coronation for Cornette out here, Jim. He is having some coming out party for his first NCAA tournament game.
Miller with a 3.
Not there. And if you're Florida, don't think 3 here. It's a 2-possession game.
No field goal for Florida. 1 minute for 3 minutes. Inside, they've got a chance. Haslam and 1.
Could be the traditional 3. She got a 61% free throw shooter on the line. Assume it's going to be missed.
Cut it to 1. Haslam.
Assume it's going to be missed.
Long rebound, Robish.
But Robish
stole it away. And Weeks ties the game.
Assume it's going to be missed.
Robish had it. He just wasn't strong enough to keep it for long. Jordan underneath. Good blocked out of bounds. Butler ball.
Boy, that was a good block with no foul.
It was what it was. Robish on the inbound play. And he is fouled by Harvey. It's for Robish.
Now what's going to happen is we're going to see both coaches trying to substitute offense and defense. Marshall's going to come into the game if he can get in there for defensive purposes. They don't want him on the floor because he is such a poor free throw shooter on the offensive end.
Perfect again. Marshall returns to the lineup.
Big shots from the transfer from Oklahoma State. Now he's going to go right back down and get ready to go back in the game if they get the ball on offense.
Gators are down 2.
They're going to have to give up the ball.
7-second differential. Miller out high.
He's trying to do too much one-on-one, but he gets by.
Blocked. Underneath. Tie-up situation. Arrow belongs to the Gators. Florida ball.
Is Miller hurt? He looks like he banged his knees down there. Let's see if he can get up. It's a good throw from the outside as well. I would be putting a man on the ball against DePay. He's awful small to get the ball in bounds.
Leave him unguarded.
Here comes DePay out.
No timeouts left for the Gators.
Guarding. Marshall's guarding him.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Almost stolen away, and they foul on Hangey. He can't believe it. Hangey's 5th.
He fouls out. Think about overtime. That could not be good for Butler. They will be bringing in Robish anyway in the offensive end of the floor. 15 seconds ago. Haslam not a good free throw shooter.
He'll shoot 2. It's double bonus time. But as you mentioned the last time Haslam was at the line.
61%, Jim.
Only 61%.
And Harvey's going to go into the ball game. Be on his offensive glass along with Wright. Gives him 2 big guys to go on the glass.
Your salient point of before about boxing out on the second free throw.
Absolutely.
So critical yet again because Haslam not a strong performer at the line. Only 15 seconds left in the game.
And Jim, the guys that really have to be conscious in the blockout situation are not only the guys underneath the basket, in this case going to be Robish and Cornette, but also the guys up on the top, because that shooter can get the long rebound. Oh, look at Marshall tells Robish to go to the other side. He wants a piece of that action.
Cornette doesn't take inside position, and he yields to his teammate Robish. 2 for Haslam. He can tie it with the next one. Annette Collier.
And if you're Collier, you like your situation, even if he makes this, because you've got 15 seconds. You don't have to do anything other than take a good shot and plenty of time to get there.
And you put the ball in the hands of Thomas Jackson.
Absolutely.
Until the end. Haslam for the tie. What will? He nutted them both beautifully.
Here we go. Jordan comes back in. Nice move by Collier. Takes Marshall out. Even as valuable as he's been, because he doesn't want him in the offensive sets.
Florida showing pressure here.
Oh, why not? They get the ball to Jackson.
12 to go in the game. All tied.
Now Collier wants one shot.
7 to go. Butler trying to pull off the biggest upset of this tournament. Jordan with 2 for the win. No! Underneath. We're going to overtime.
They got what they wanted, though. Their leading scorer getting a jump shot from decent range. But as I said before, this team in their losses have lost some close ones. Fortunately, in their case, they were able to shoot for the win.
Overtime coming at Winston-Salem. 11 to go in overtime.
Beats the double team, does Jackson.
Pressure from behind, and it's stolen away by Weeks. Hamilton takes the middle. Throws it away right at the ankles.
And
Miller.
Who was back there with 4 fouls on him? A 2-on-1 situation. The crafty Marshall would not let them make the play.
Jackson looks pinned this time. Needs some help. Cornette. Oh, it's knocked over to Robish by accident. Jackson bounce pass. Marshall didn't have the right spin on it.
Weeks is open.
Miller takes the top of the key 3, and underneath Marshall.
Could that be the 5th? This is a big call here, Jim.
Which way is it going? I think it's on Marshall.
It's a huge call.
It is.
It's Harvey or Marshall. Is it Marshall?
Midway through an overtime session, and Butler, the 12th seed in the East, is tied with the Florida Gators.
They have the numbers. Harvey was not down court. They want to hold it back up.
Butler had a shot at the end of regulation to win it.
And they got the ball to the hands of the right man, Jordan, but he just couldn't bury the jump shot.
Misfired on an 18-footer. Butler had a late 7-point lead in regulation. 2 of their starters have fouled out. 3 on the shot clock. 2. Jackson must take it. Block. Shot clock violation. Miller with the block. With 4 minutes to go in regulation. Mike Marshall out of the game, disqualified with fouls. All he can do is show his leadership, and that is enormous. From the bench.
Miller posted up inside. He's got Jackson.
Miller between 2 defenders over the back. Harvey.
Yep, he's going to be over Graves' back. Graves came down inside. Florida tried to force it when it wasn't. He's doing the right thing, staying off of that foul line, not getting himself down where he'll go through his normal shot rotation.
We have here with Butler the NCAA 2000 Final Four host school. And what an appearance here by the hosts. 2 for Graves, 91%, perfect on the first.
When you find 90% free throw shooters, these are the kind of guys that don't even count them unless they go through completely clean. That one touched nothing.
Switch City, Indiana celebrates the second.
How about Swiss City? Indiana?
Yeah, Swiss City on those 2. Butler by 2 with 1:26 to go in the game.
Miller wanting to post up down inside. Jordan doing a nice job keeping it away from him.
12 on the shot clock. Weeks with a 3 off the rim, and 2 Butler players tangled, and it's a traveling violation as a result.
The smallest man on the floor, Jackson, gets the defensive rebound. but can't plant his feet.
Oh, now you'd love to have that one back with 1:05 to go if you're Butler. Inside right, bangs it home for the tie. We've got a minute to go in overtime. Yet another tie forced by Brent Wright and the Florida Gators.
Every time they've gone into the 1-4, being Butler with Jackson out on top, they have not been able to execute. Now they're going back to their normal set, which is the high screen for Jackson. Full Cornette with a little pick and roll here.
38 game clock, 14 shot clock. Jackson with 7 on the shot clock. Graves with the 3. Yes! Swish City! Miller. Blocked by Cornette. Bonner can tie it. Back of the rim. Rebound. Florida ball with 20 seconds to go.
Boy, Bonner's shot looked right on line, didn't it, Jim?
The Gators have exhausted all of their timeouts here in overtime. Florida possession down 3.
Jim, I think if you are Florida, you want to go for the 3 here with Miller or with Weeks, maybe even Bonner. And I'll tell you why. On the other end of the floor, Butler would not have to shoot, and Jackson and Graves are great free throw shooters. So I think you should try to go for it here, not go for the 2.
Hamilton kicks it outside to Weeks. Graves almost stole it. Weeks drives into the lane. He'll take the 2. It's down to 1. 10 seconds to go.
Get the ball in the hand of Graves.
Jordan will go to the line to shoot 2. Will we have a 12 seed beat a 5 for the 12th straight year? The Gators have no timeouts. They're down 1.
Oh, he misses.
Still 1. Gators with a chance to win it. Will Cinderella arrive? Miller in the lane, puts it up. Florida wins! Florida wins! Mike Miller with the winner at the buzzer.
How big were those missed free throws, Jim? They would have needed a 3. Unbelievable. The SEC dodges it again. They're still undefeated.
They're 5 for 5, and 5 times they've been pushed all the way, but nothing like this one.
Well, I said for Butler, they lost now 4 games at the buzzer and 1 in all. You'll see Teddy DuPay's got nothing going for him. Miller, who is so dangerous taking the ball to the basket. Nobody draws the charge on him. He lays it up. It counts.
Released with 3/10 of a second to go. Mike Miller.
Jackson does not step over to draw the charge. It was left his hands in plenty of time. Here he comes. The release.
The officials right now are checking the replay to make sure he beat the clock, and we've already been able to deduce he clearly did, but they are huddled by a replay monitor, and they're just checking to be sure. The officials are reviewing this right here.
Now watch the light right behind the rim. The ball's been released.
Looked like 3/10 of a second,
Yep.
Billy.
Yep.
Original decision has been verified.
And they have verified the win. How did Miller know he could take it that far?
Well, those missed free throws, Jim.
Watch
changed
the light
whole
here,
deal.
Billy.
Yeah, you'll
Watch
see the light. The ball is
Left the
released.
hand, and it's Zenith.
Well, remember, the shot goes when it's released.
The Florida Gators advance to the second round to face Illinois. What a performance here by the Butler Bulldogs. Would have been the tournament's ultimate underdog. But the Bulldogs are eliminated. The Chevrolet most valuable players, Joel Cornette, the freshman, 11 points, 6 rebounds. Mike Miller from Florida with 16 points, 13 rebounds. Lon Kruger will go against his old team, the Florida Gators, team he took to the Final Four in '94.